How's it going, YouTube? This is Trainer JI, and today we have the Monday weekend sales recap. This is number 69 on the list. I repeat, this is number 69 on the list. Take with that what you will. All right, guys. Yeah, happy Monday. How's it going? Hope you guys had a good weekend. Hope you enjoyed yourselves. Hopefully, you're having a good Monday, grinding it out, and yeah. We had a decent overall sales weekend. Not a ton of graded stuff, ton of singles, but as for mentioned in the last couple videos, that's the majority of what I'm listing, so that's the majority of what is going to sell. So yeah, overall, good sales weekend. Total for this weekend was, as I scroll up, total for this weekend was $1,999.34. We couldn't quite make it to the 2K mark. We were off by 66 cents, but $1,999.34. As always, that does not deduct eBay fees, shipping costs, taxes, etc., etc. That is simply the gross amount for what you see in front of you. So yeah, overall, pretty decent sales weekend. A lot of singles, a lot of stuff that I recently listed, definitely a lot of older stuff too, which is cool. It's always interesting. You list stuff, sometimes you expect it to sell quick, it never does, and then it kind of is just sitting in the box forever, and then all of a sudden it sells, and you're like, wow, I remember listing that X amount of sometimes months, sometimes years. I mean, there's some stuff in here. There's probably a card in here, I dare say I listed 4 or 5 years ago. We'll spot that out when we get there. And there's a lot of factors to that. I mean, obviously from 4 years ago, the prices have changed. But there's also a couple lessons to be learned in that. But we'll talk about that once we get there. But yeah, $1,999.34. Thanks to anybody that purchased this weekend. Thanks to you repeat buyers. Again, I always notice when it comes in and I see repeat customer, I recognize the names. Thank you. I'm not sure how many of you guys actually watch videos, but again, I see the repeat customers. If you're new, welcome, hello, thank you for the purchase, appreciate it. Yeah, let's jump into this. We actually, look at that, 2 minutes 30 seconds. We got through this beginning part without too much craziness, too much rambling. But I did want to reiterate that this is Monday weekend sales recap number 69. So just making sure you guys understand that and the significance. So yeah. All right, let's get the light on. All right. Get this set up. I think we don't have too much graded stuff. We'll stay zoomed in about right about here for the single stuff. But yeah, we have Dragonite, Annie Airways promo, near mint condition, $37.49. This is definitely a good one. I think we sold one of these last weekend too. We have Flygon 7-Eleven promo, near mint. If you're not familiar with these, there is a non-holo and the holo version. As you can see, this is the holo version. But I don't know if there's actually any difference in the rarity of them. I'd actually be curious to know. They came out of like little, I would assume, cello packs. There's a bunch of stuff, a bunch of 7-Eleven campaign promos. You know what I mean? Like, did they come paired up, holo, non-holo? Did they come individually? Like, was there a hit rate for holo? If anyone out there knows anything about that, I'd be curious to have that information. But again, near mint on this one, 1874. Tap you down. We got Erica's Blossom from VS series. This is an absolutely beautiful card. I think Blossom's a underrated Pokemon as well, so shout out to the Blossom lover here. But we got Erica's Blossom from VS near mint, $17.99. Blossom Info Pack, Intro Pack promo, near mint, $14.99. And then we have Jumpluff from Neo 1 Genesis, near mint, $8.99. We have Steelix, Mysterious Mountains, Light Play, beautiful card, $26.99. Muck, Fossil, excellent condition, $7.49. This is cool Haunter artwork here. Who did this? Nobayuki Hobu? Hobu. I think my eyes are getting a little weird lately. I don't know. Nobuyuki Habu, we'll call it that. But either way, it's a vending series, cool artwork. Near mint on this one, $22.49. There's 2 Haunters from vending series, and they always usually sell for a decent price because, well, it's Haunter. Everybody likes the ghost Pokemon, and they are actually really good artworks. This is definitely very unique. We have Abra from Expedition, near mint, $9.74. Is he teleporting, double teaming? It's kind of cool. I never really focused on the outsides of this till I'm zoomed in here, but he's moving. That's all I know. He doesn't move too much, but when he does, the boy be moving. Near mint on that one, $9.74. I don't know if I said it or not, but I was too distracted by. See, look, he distracted me. That's how good he is. That's how good he is in battle. All right, we got Team Magma's Houndoom here, near mint, $32.05. I've talked about this card before. I mean, personally, I think it's a very good card. It's a beautiful card. Houndoom's a good Pokemon. But this is a card, for whatever reason, I get them in, and they usually always typically sell. I do have some left, but, I mean, they get listed, and then over the course of a reasonable amount of time, not the 4 years we were talking about earlier, they sell. But again, $32.05 on the near mint copy. We have Lugia and Lugia Shining Darkness, but we have a difference here. Both are near mint, but one is $32.05, while the other is $44.99. And the difference, you ask? Absolutely nothing. So if this person's watching, they must have purchased one copy before the sale went live this weekend and then one after. Because you bought this, the other copy, and the Houndoom, if you want the price match on this, just shoot me a message. But, yeah, $44.99 on one, $32.05 on the other one. And shout out to the person last week who said they gave one of these away in a $70 order. I mean, don't be wrong, like, you know, as you drop down in condition, price definitely drops on these. I don't know what I have. I actually don't think I have any lower condition copies listed currently. But, yeah, I mean, this stuff holds value. I mean, people love Diamond and Pearl. It's Lugia. And the near mint stuff, I mean, if you're actually being honest, like I am, like this is, in my personal opinion, near mint condition. You're showing off good pictures. You're giving a good description, all that kind of stuff. You're always going to get a premium for items. That's just how it works, in my personal opinion, the way I've seen things since running this business as well as another business for 10 plus years ago. I know that sounds crazy. I was only 20 when I started my first business, so I'm not like ancient, but I did have a successful business for about 10 years. It's something that's on the back burner and something that I'm actually going to be rebooting probably in the next year. But I digress. That's something for another day. But yeah, people always ask, like, you know, they say, oh, you do really well in singles. It seems like you get really good prices for stuff. And I think there's a couple factors there. You have one, number one, I don't just like, oh my gosh, like, I got to dump this card off. I got to sell it as quick as I can. I got to sell it for the cheapest price. So that's a big thing. I list based on what I see selling. That's how I do singles. With graded, it's usually on what's available. But with singles lately, I've been looking up near mint, what sold, and then I come up with a price based on that with a calculator. So your pricing to begin with is huge. I mean, if you're fire selling stuff, all you're doing is hurting yourself, and then all you're doing is hurting the general value of the market long term. Because as soon as they keep listing that and somebody keeps undercutting, I mean, you guys have noticed before, you know, when you see people undercut constantly, all it does is tick the price down. Yes, like I get it, like, you know, low prices are good for collectors, but at the end of the day, I think there's a give and take with that kind of stuff. It's very important for the business side of this to be healthy, just like it is the collector side. And I don't think people quite understand that. They like to look at things in the emotional sense where, you know, oh my gosh, like you're not a true collector if you sell cards, and, you know, all these people trying to get rich off of selling Pokemon cards and they're for the kids, and that's just a terrible take. It's a terrible take. And now also on the flip side, it's a terrible take to think this is just an investment, not care about the hobby at all, and just be trying to flip and dip your way to riches. Like that's just as shitty of an outlook as well. It's a happy medium. There's a balance between all this, and I feel like I've gone way off on a tangent from what I was originally talking about here, but I'm still trying to make a pretty valid point here. Again, It's a give and take, a happy medium. The healthier that the business side of things are, that means usually the healthier the collector, the actual people that are just playing the game and that kind of thing, the healthier it is for them as well. You don't want to see things too far on one side or the other, which that would generally mean that the IP, the intellectual property, this being Pokemon, is not doing well if it's on one side or the other. So, tangent there. Don't even know where we started, but I know where we ended up. Again, that's something I am very adamant about, and I hear people all the time. It's really ugly to see like people like, oh, that's a shitty card. Oh, that's a horrible card. Oh, like, you know, that card's shit because it's not worth anything, or like it's not worth much. Like, no, like if it's a good artwork, it's good artwork. It really doesn't matter what it's worth. And on the flip side of things, I hate seeing people that, oh, like I can't believe you'd sell cards for money. I can't believe it's like, well, what do you mean? Like, you know, I care about this stuff. I enjoy it. I spend hours and hours and hours a week, you know, thousands of hours a year on this stuff. I'm involved not only in the business side of things, but in the collecting side of things. It's what I enjoy doing. It helps me make it. It creates a living for myself. This is what I enjoy doing. I'm involved from the top to bottom in all this stuff. Like it's just a really shitty take to look that way too, because if all your business is gone, and all you have is collectors who are just collecting and nobody's selling cards, your market's kind of dead, and then it just slowly dies off over time. So again, this again was a huge tangent. We spoke for about 5 minutes on this, and I don't even know where we started. But again, the message we're trying to deliver here is basically the market is healthy when you have a good amount of people buying and selling, and also a good amount of people collecting. And I think the market now, after we've cooled down a little bit, is at a very healthy place. So yeah, that being said, let's move on from this. And I will say I do remember the original point here. When you do good listings and you present your product well, you offer a good service, you can charge a premium. That's where we were going with it before we dipped into, basically, we went to Narnia, and now I am back, and now I realize what I was saying, and that's where we are. So good listings, good description, good customer service, and good visual appearance will create sales, and more lucrative sales than somebody that just lists the card in the dark behind their foot or next to their foot or something like that, and you know, with dirt on the ground. So, and I don't think that's weird, because if you haven't seen one of those pictures on eBay, then you're in for a treat when you finally discover them. But all right, long tangent, long divergence there. Some of you are going to enjoy it, and some of you are going to make fun of me, and some of you are going to skip ahead, and some of you are just going to stop watching. But let's move on. Here we go. All right. We have Grimer looking up the skirt of the individual walking by. Heavily played. This is a banned artwork, as most of you know. They changed the eye position on the English copy. Heavily played, $11.99. We have the glossy version, Ivy Pikachu, moderate play, $18.74. It sounds like I'm saying a date, but it is a dollar amount. Jump Bluff. This is from Aquapolis, PSA 6. This is one of the last cards from my E-Series collection, my English E-Series collection that I had way back when. There's a couple more left, as far as like, I should more say graded stuff, as well as like hollow stuff. I've sold most of that stuff. There's tons of commons, reverse foil, common, uncommon, all that kind of stuff boxed up somewhere. But all the stuff that was in my binder and the extra hollows that I had in boxes got graded. But anyway, PSA 6 on this one, $41.24. So most of you guys are familiar with it, but if you're not, I do deals with a certain person that spends a pretty exorbitant amount of money with me each year, and I usually give them a little bit better price than everybody else, not because I'm, you know, playing favoritism, but if you spend $40,000-$50,000 a year, or even $10,000-$20,000, whatever, a year with somebody, typically you give them a little better deal and some special treatment. But $500 of this weekend was from some payments for some stuff. I don't have everything picked out here, unfortunately, but these are 4 of the cards involved in that. We have the Ross's Whalmer Theater Limited VS. We have the Gym Promo Absol. We have the Coughing. I don't know why I didn't sleeve this one, but I didn't. We have Coughing from the Bulbasaur deck, PSA 10. This is an absolutely cool, amazing card. Dude, look at that. That's awesome, actually. Nobuyushi Habu. So that's the same dude that did that Haunter. So, man, it's a shame they didn't continue to do artwork because I really think this is a super cool. This is probably the coolest Coughing out there, in my personal opinion. The more you know. And then we have Squirtle from base set PSA 10. Again, these four didn't equate to the $500. There's some other stuff involved in that, as well as there's some other cards that had already been paid for that needed to get shipped out. I'll be picking those after I get done with the video here. But, yeah, I always liked, I mean, obviously that $500 was part of the deal, part of this weekend, and part of the total amount. So, at least wanted to show something so it didn't look like we got, you know, $2,000 just from what I'm showing here. But anyway, just super tangent-y day today here. We have a lot to go through yet. We're still on the first stack. All right. Did I skip by this or what? Maybe. I don't know what happened here. I guess we'll find out. Yeah, like these are supposed to be... I think that's how it goes. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. But anyway, we have Walrein EX from Mirage Forest, near mint, 1874. Spiky-eared Pichu from the movie Random Pack, near mint, 2249. We have Lieutenant Surge's Magneton, moderately played. This is from his Kuchiba City Gym deck. Has the no rarity symbol down there. Moderately played, 749. Arceus, again, this is from the movie Random Pack. Moderate play on this one, 1049. And then we have the Soul Rock, which I think this is a beautiful card. I think there's a ton of really good holos from EX era, but especially early on EX era that people kind of pass over. That being Expansion Pack or Ruby and Sapphire in English, Miracle of Desert, Rulers of the Heavens, those kind of sets. There's a ton of good holos in there that I think are slept on. Good artwork all around in the sets, but especially the holos. Especially for the price, some of the stuff can be had in Japan and even on the US market right now. But anyway, heavily played on this one, 374. Yeah, I don't know what happened here with this stack, man. I guess when we were in that tangent and we went to Narnia, we messed things up a little bit. We got Farina's Jirachi, excellent condition, 2249. Mag Cargo EX from Rulers of the Heavens, light play, 1124. We have Electabuzz from Expansion Pack. It's funny, we were just talking about these sets. Light play, 1499. We have Sharpedo EX from Clash of Blue Sky, light play, 1349. And then we have this Entei, moderately played, $19.94. So this is the card that I talked about earlier, that this card is probably, I would think, at least a 3 to 4 year old listing. I could be completely wrong, but I'm almost certain based on the background that I have on this one. This is almost guaranteed about, I would say at least, let's just say 3.5. We'll go 3.5 since I said 3 or 4. But basically, this card would have been listed probably during COVID. Well, yeah, it would have been during COVID easily. It's probably like 2020 or 2021. And I can tell by the scanner that I have used, because it's an old scanner. It's an old scan photo. And some of this stuff I do delist and then relist over time. But if there's not necessarily a reason, like I don't typically delist it unless I'm listing other copies of the same card. I'm currently in a transition phase where I am switching all my stuff over to one style. But yeah, this is an old listing, and it's funny because at one point this was probably listed fairly. It didn't sell. Prices probably went down. It was priced too high, and now as things are going back up in certain areas, this is probably priced accordingly again, and now it's sold. And it's just funny how the things ebb and flow and things go up and down. It's just all about supply and demand. And at the time when I listed it, it was probably decent value, just didn't sell. And then it probably turned into some not so great value based on what was available because everyone's probably listing it. And now that this stuff is slowly drying up, then you have less availability and pricing seems a little bit better. And then there you go, goes out the door. But yeah, all right, second stack of 3. We are definitely going to groove through this a little bit faster because I would definitely like to get this stuff shipped out today. Have everything prepared to do so. And I usually package at the speed of light, so we definitely have a hot shot at doing it, but I definitely got to get through this video in order to do so. All right, we got Rockets Articuno EX. This is from the Silver Deck Kit, near mint, $44.99. This is a beautiful card. This is a beautiful card, and it has fantastic swirl on it as well. We have the Deoxys EX from the Deoxys Half Deck, near mint, $26.24. All right. Snorlax, Dragon Frontiers, Light Play, $18.74. You're going to wonder why we're seeing a lot of these numbers the same. It's simply because I ran a sale over the weekend, and I usually have a pretty like solid way I price things as far as like whole numbers, like $24.99, $19.99, you know, stuff like that. So if you discount the same number, you know what I mean, you're going to see the same price. It'd be the same thing as if it wasn't on sale. And it was more of a whole number. It just looks weirder when it's a discounted price with cents. Altaria EX, Mirage Forest, Light Play. This is an absolutely beautiful card. I think we might have sold a copy the other week or something where I talked about this. I don't know. I just really like this card. But Light Play, $22.49. We have Eevee, Town and No Map, PSA 7. I looked this thing over. I really don't know what happened here, but hey, good price for somebody. $22.49 in the PSA cent. Yeah, PSA 7 Eevee, Town and No Map. This is a really good looking card too. It's Harada artwork, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know why I would have sent in. Although I've made some questionable decisions submitting over the last like year and a half, just because there for a while you submitted everything because everything sold, and then you didn't submit anything, and then now we're at a healthy pace where we submit, you know, what you should. Things are good right now. So we'll just call it my mistake on that. Maybe it is PSAs, but it is what it is. Blossom, Wind from the Sea, near mint. Saw a lot of Blossom this weekend, which I'm kind of pumped on. This is a beautiful artwork as well by Kazuki. Near mint, $14.24. We have Meowth, Bandai Cardass, excellent condition, $7.49. Wartortle, using Water Gun with Horsey. This is from Southern Islands, excellent condition, $11.99. We have Dark Houndoom from Rocket Gang Strikes Back. PSA 9 on this one, $59.99. Butler's Salamence Movie Commemoration VS Pack. Possibly one of the best Salamances out there. I have one, in my personal opinion, is better from Rulers of the Heavens, one I have in my collection, but this is still an epic artwork by Kusajima. Again, PSA 9, $33.74. We have the Scizor from Cold Flare. PSA 10, $64.12. Definitely enjoy seeing the old style black and white hollows. I think definitely a little bland in some sense for some of them, but honestly, I definitely overall enjoy them. I mean, this is cool. He's using like a slash attack. There's not a ton going on in the background, but the line foil, I don't know. It's just a good looking card. A lot of the vintage stuff as it gets older, you don't see it as often. I've talked about this before. When you see it less and then you finally see it again, it doesn't feel quite as watered down, and you look at it a little more in depth, and it feels like you appreciate it just slightly more. And some people probably like, no, I just hate those hollows, or I hate this card, and well, that's that. We have Raikou, Neo Premium 3 from the file, near mint, $8.99. Good looking card. A lot of good look. Every card's good looking in some way, shape, or form. Doesn't mean you have to really like it, but I mean, every card has some sort of appeal to it if you stare at it long enough. Or maybe that's completely wrong. You tell me. But we have Dustox EX from Mirage Forest, near mint, $14.99. Camerupt EX, this is from the Quick Pack, near mint, $14.99. Cacturn EX, also from this is from the Grass Quick Pack. You got Fire, Grass, Psychic, all the types, but this is the grass. Near mint, 1874. Nice swirl on that one, as I hear my dog squeaking his toy in the distance. We have Aggron EX, Mirage Crystal, Miracle Crystal, Light Play, 1349. We have Salamence, we talked about earlier. There's a ton of good Salamence artworks. This is another really good one by Saito. Near mint on this one. This is from the Salamence deck. $18.74. Then we have the Latios from Holland Research Tower. Light Play, $22.49. Love the Delta species typing on this. I'm big, as far as legendaries go, I'm definitely a huge fan of Latios and Latios. We have Crobat. We got a lot of Hollow Bleed going on this one. You can see it peppered through there. But this one's from Neo 3 Rev. Excellent condition, 1124. We have Magneton Fossil Light Play, 637. We have Whitney's Clefable. Excellent condition, $11.24. Pikachu, love this Yukimori artwork. This one from Split Earth, near mint condition, $26.24. And then we have the Pikachu Toyota campaign promo. This one in excellent condition, $74.99. This is definitely a rarer, older promo for sure. There are 2 versions of this card, or maybe even 3. There's at least 2. There's one from the World Hobby Fair that is glossy, and I think there might be another non-glossy with the vending series thing that's from the Quick Construct pack, but I could be wrong on that one. I know there's definitely a World Hobby Fair one, but this one is, I honestly I don't know how, like Toyota as in the car manufacturer Toyota did a release with this and the Arcanine. The Arcanine, unfortunately, there's a CD promo version. There was never a way, or at least that I'm personally familiar with, to be able to tell what the Arcanine is from. There's no difference between the Toyota version and the CD promo version. I think the only way you'd ever know is if whatever these came in, obviously it's from Toyota, so I would have to assume it was like a little pamphlet or brochure, or there was probably something that these came with in order to distinguish them. That'd be the only way you'd be able to tell. But with the Pikachu, there is a way. It is non-glossy, non-hollow, and there is no vending stamp is the way to tell the Toyota version. But it's pretty cool. But again, excellent condition on this one, $74.99. Definitely a rare old school promo. We have Kabutops here from Split Earth. Beautiful hollow, near mint condition, $35. We have Trico, ADVP promo. Again, this is a 7-Eleven one. Again, this one has a non-hollow version, but this is the hollow version, believe it or not. Near mint condition, $14.99. We have Scizor from Neo Discovery, Neo 2. Near mint, $22.49. Beautiful swirl on this one. We have Entei from the 10th movie set, near mint, $18.74. Darkrai from Shining Darkness, near mint, $14.99. We have Garchomp from the Garchomp SP half deck, near mint, $18.74. Sceptile from Dawn Dash, near mint, $14.99. Dialga, this is from the Giratina vs. Dialga deck, near mint, $11.24. Really beautiful card. We have the Altomare's Latias from the 10th movie set as well, just like the Entei. Near mint, $22.49. Beautiful swirl on this one. We have the Pikachu. Speaking of swirls, another good one there. Pikachu from Spring Battle Road. This is a DPP promo, near mint, $26.24. One of my favorite Tyranitar artworks, a card that I have in my personal collection. Unfortunately, in a 9, I'm always trying when I get these to grade a 10. When I do, I'll throw it in the collection. But again, absolutely love this card. This is probably one of my favorite, if not my favorite, Tyranitars. Just an absolutely beautiful artwork. Again, this just does it, man. This just does it for me. Just everything about this. It's a Saito artwork. This is a good one. This is definitely top tier for me, at least for me personally, and hopefully this person enjoys it as well. But excellent condition on this one, $16.49. Nice swirl on it. Oh man, dude, I can't wait till I mean, not that I'm not appreciative I have a 9 in the collection, but this is definitely one that I just want a 10 in the collection. So, and just certain cards you feel that way about. Giratina, Stormfront, near mint, $14.99. We have Palkia, random movie pack. So a lot of random movie pack stuff this week from the Arceus movie. Near mint on this one, $5.99. We have the Arceus near mint as well, same thing, $26.24. And then same set as well with the Dialga. I wonder if are they clashing here? Is that what's going on? Kind of looks like it, right? Seems to be. I don't know if I've ever had these two side by side, but it's pretty sick. But we got the Dialga here, near mint, $5.99 as well. Closing in on the finish line here, guys. Closing in. We're at 30 minutes. Actually, might not get things shipped out today, so you apologize ahead of time. Your stuff might ship out tomorrow. It's not really going to change delivery date by too much, but that's the way it's looking at the moment. But we got Empoleon level X. This is the special pack, like Shining Darkness special pack promo from Diamond and Pearl. No, I did not pay 280 yen for that, even though I wish I did. These are sleeves. You guys always ask, a bunch of people ask about the sleeves that I have these in and what the stickers are about. And honestly, they're all just completely random. I bought cards once upon a time from a website that I realized wasn't so great a long time ago. And they would always come with these stickers. Now, don't get me wrong. I overpaid at the time, but I bought them at a time where even overpaying is super cheap compared to now. So, but regardless, the stickers are all from those sleeves, and I saved them all. So, I mean, I don't like wasting a sleeve. It's a good sleeve. They all have like tags in the background that I write on to write condition on. So, yeah, I mean, none of them usually ever correlate to the card unless it would just randomly happen that I sleeved up a card, the same card that's on the sleeve, that's on the tag. But I mean, I'm sure maybe that's happened before, who knows. But yeah, everybody asked me about that, but that's what this is all about. Near mint on this one, $22.49. We have the Meiji promo, Meiji chocolate PCGP promo of Pikachu here, excellent condition, $14.24. Kyogre EX from the Kyogre EX half deck, light play, $17.99. This has a very unique foiling on it. It reminds me of something, but I can't quite pick it out. Like I think it reminds me of a hollow style from like another card game, but I can't quite think of what it is. Definitely a good looking card, but again, light play, $17.99. And lastly, for this Monday weekend sales recap, number 69. We have the Price's Cloister VS Series near mint, $9.25. So yeah, guys. Again, overall this weekend was $1,999.35. Good sales weekend. Nice mix of things sold. Well, I can't say nice mix. We sold a few graded, but I would say more so nice mix of eras here. We sold stuff from like, other than like super modern, we sold stuff from pretty much every era. Pretty much anything you can imagine here, we sold it, and just a lot of fun, cool looking stuff here. Anyone that purchased, again, repeat customers, anybody that purchased, thank you. New customers, thank you. I say it every weekend, every Monday when I do these weekend sales recaps, but I really appreciate anybody that purchases from me. I am thankful that I get to do this for a living. I really couldn't ask for too much more. This is an absolute blast to do day in and day out. Doesn't mean that every task is fun, but for the most part, it is very enjoyable and fulfilling to be able to do this. So yeah, thank you guys for the purchases. Hope you guys have a good rest of your week. No submission video this week. Definitely a What Did I Buy series video this week. I might do that on Saturday or like Friday instead of Sunday. And I'm thinking about rebooting the auction stuff. We'll see. I'm not going to say that for this week just because I got a lot going on, but potentially next week we'll be rebooting some of the auctions so you guys have a chance to get some cards at a little bit better of a price, because if you haven't noticed, the worst way to sell stuff right now, unless you absolutely need stuff like liquidity wise, is auction. So, but yeah, guys, as always, like, subscribe, comment down below, or don't. But either way, I'll catch you next one. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you guys as always. Take care.